Hello Stampers! I've got a little box tutorial for you guys today, and we're going to make a box using the envelope punch board. I love this product, love it. Envelopes, gift card holders, nail boxes, the list goes on and on. I'm doing tons of projects with this board and I absolutely love it. An absolute must have. If you don't have one already, watch the video, get some ideas, and then go out and get yourself one. Order it today. I'm going to show you how to do a little tiny box. I'm just going to push this out of the way so you guys can see the box that we're going to do. A little tiny box. Good for holding little treats or little gift jewelry if you're going to be gifting earrings or something like that. A perfect little box. Made out of DSP so you can coordinate it for any occasion. Christmas, birthday, anniversary, baby, so more of a kid pattern. It doesn't matter. It's a very versatile box. So let's get started and see how to do that. What you're going to need is a 6x6 piece of DSP. So that means you can get 4 boxes out of 1 piece of paper. And your envelope punch board. That's pretty much all you need. A few stamps and some adhesive, but that is pretty much it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 6x6 sheet of DSP and we're going to put it in. You're not going to follow these measurements down here to make your envelopes. We're just going to be using the measurements up across the top. So 6x6, you're going to put it in. You're going to come to the number 2. So 2 inches, punch, and score. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but the envelope punch board is not left-handed friendly. I'm a lefty and it's so awkward to score with the right. I digress. I still love this product. We're going to move over to the 4. We're going to punch and go again. It feels really awkward. So now we've got our 2 and 4 inches. We're going to flip our paper and we're going to do the exact same thing. 2 inches, punch, score, 4 inches, punch, score. And you guessed it, we're just going to go all around the paper. 2 inches and then 4 inches again, and then we've got one side left, and then we are ready to rumble. 2 and 4. There we go. So you can kind of see the box taking shape a little bit, I think. We don't need the scorer anymore, but we are going to use the corner rounder just to round off the edges for our box. Love that feature on this board. There we go. So all of our score lines are done, all of our corner rounding is done. So we are done with the board itself. And get that out of the way. Now you want to decide which pattern you want on the outside. For this guy, I used a round pattern. On this side, I think I'm going to use the stripes on the outside this time. So what you want to do is you want to fold all of your score lines. All 4 sides. Okay, and I am going to grab my crocodile, and what I'm going to do, I've got a ribbon at the top of this box, and we have to have someplace to put the ribbon in. And right now we just have our plain old tabs. So I'm going to use the crocodile, the bigger hole. It's got a smaller hole on one end, bigger hole on the other, and I'm eyeballing it. I'm just going to come down a little ways and punch some holes that we can wind our ribbon through. So that piece is done. And now what we're going to do, you're going to pick an end, you're going to cut on 2 ends, and they're going to be opposite each other. So right now everything is identical. It's not going to matter where you start. So I'm simply going to pick up my paper and start at the end facing me. And this corner right here, we still want it there, but we need it to separate. So we need to cut right down this side. And what that's going to do, that's going to allow you to make your box corner. So we still need this flap. We're not going to cut it off. We're just going to loosen it up a bit so that it opens up and it can actually make a box. So now what we want is we want to go to the opposite end and do the same thing. So I'm going to turn it towards me and cut down the sides again. So these sides are together, or else the tab would just come right off. What I've done, if you can see that, is I've cut on opposite ends into the middle of the box. And this is the side I want on the outside. I want to put some snail on all of these corners here. And now if you're putting something a little heavier, or if you know you want this box to last, sometimes snail can come apart. So I might recommend using the red sticky strip. That stuff will not go anywhere. But just for the purposes of the video, I'm going to use some snail. So I've got snail on all 4 corners. And what we're going to do now is, all of our score lines are folded. We're going to pick up and we're going to start folding our box together. So there's our first corner. Second corner. Love how those lines are coming together. Third corner. This one's going to be tricky for me. There we go. And then the last corner. There we are. So we have our little box. Awesome little box filled with some tissue or some shredded paper. A nice little gift inside. If you wanted to, you don't have to do the tie. You don't have to punch the holes. You could simply fold that over, put a nice embellishment on the top, and keep it as a flat box as well. But I'm not going to do that. We are going to put a ribbon in here so that we can tie it shut. So I'm going to come in on this side. Now I'm going to go to the middle tabs. And then I'm going to come out the other side. So I want my tabs to stand up a little bit. I don't want them to flatten right down. So I want these to pull together. And tent up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to tie a little bow. I usually take a few tries to get my bows right. Oh, it's not too bad for the video. Usually I take my time and fiddle and faddle with my ribbon to get a good bow. I can always do that one again, but you get the gist of the idea. So here is our little box with the finished embellishment. So pardon my ugly ribbon on this guy, but what I did for a little embellishment is I used the Petite label punch, this guy right here, and some silver glimmer paper. And I also took the thank you from Teeny Tiny Wishes and the window punch. Making little thank you gifties. So I'm going to put some snail on the back of this guy. I used my little label on an angle. I put the thank you on. Squeezing that together. I'm going to put a dimensional in the back so it'll pop off the box a little bit. And then I will put this on the side of my box. So there you have it. 6x6 DSP turned into a box with some ribbon and a thank you note on the top. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get a lot of use out of this box tutorial for gifts that you have coming up. And yeah, like, comment, share. Love to hear the feedback on the videos. I hope you get some use out of this one. Happy stamping. Have fun. Bye.